India redefines its counterterrorism doctrine PM Modi's addresses following Operation Sindoor. This is not the era of war, but neither is the era of terror, declares PM Modi as India unveils a new chapter in its fight against cross border terrorism. In a moment of grave national significance, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the nation for the first time following the Indian Armed Forces precision offensive, condemned Operation Sindoor targeting terrorist strongholds deep with Pakistani territory. The address delivered on Monday evening was as much a message to the Indian populace as it was a direct and unequivocal warning to Islamabad and the global community. Operation Sindoor was launched in direct retaliation to the heinous terror attack in Pahalgam earlier this month, which sparked outrage and solidarity across India. Between May 6 and 7, India forces executed a highly coordinated assault using missiles and drones to obliterate terrorist infrastructure, reportedly eliminating over 100 militants and reducing their operational headquarters to rubble. Taking center stage in the national discourse, PM Modi lauded the powers of professionalism of Indian military, asserting that the forces had been granted complete autonomy to carry out the mission. In doing so, the government has laid down a new precedent. India will no longer adhere to strategic restraint when faced with provocation. The Prime Minister's most scathing criticism, however, was directed by Pakistani's military establishment, highlighting the presence of uniformed Pakistani military officers at the funeral of slain terrorists. Modi described it as irrefutable evidence of state sponsored terrorism. We will not distinguish between those who wear the uniform and those who orchestrate terror from the shadow, he warned. Modi's speech introduced what analysts are calling a strategic shift in India's counterterrorism doctrine, declaring that terror and talks cannot go hand in hand. He ruled out any diplomatic engagement with Pakistan unless it involves two core issues: terrorism and Pakistan occupied Kashmir. The Prime Minister further stated if Pakistan wishes to survive as sovereign entity, it must dismantle the terror infrastructure it harbors. He underscored that this is not merely a military campaign but a policy transformation, a deliberate effort to redefine India's tolerance threshold toward terrorism. Modi's address was not just a reaffirmation of national policy, but a diplomatic signal to the global community in an era increasingly characterized by hybrid warfare and proxy conflicts. India has thrown down the gauntlet. This message is clear: the age of silent suffering is over. By defining this moment as not the era of war but also not the era of terror, PM Modi has carved out bold ideological space where peace cannot be decoupled from justice and diplomacy cannot proceed with accountability.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.